insurance. And without any further ado, I'm bringing in our first guest, William Sermon. William, just give me a quick indication you can hear me, okay?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Great, great. You are occupy, I think, a very important position as the executive head of sales and marketing of the Botswana insurance company. I looked at your website in preparation, extensive portfolio of insurance offerings, and of course your company. And congratulations on this winner of a Diamond Arrow Award, PMR Award, which is a very important accolade. So congratulations on that. So in terms of the broader theme that we have on PMR World is, firstly, share with us who you are, your company, what you do, and then we will take it from there.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Dr. de Kock. Yeah, my name is William Sermon. Locally, my name is Mawila. That is the name given to me by my colleagues. I'm the chief sales and marketing officer for Botswana Insurance Company for the last 6 years. BIC is the largest of the short-term insurers in Botswana. We look at 30% market share. We also look at around 40% of the overall profit of underwriting profit in the Botswana market. So we are very well positioned. We've got two very good shareholders, of which one is the BHL Group, which is supported through Sanlam 60% shareholding as well. So we've really got strong financial backing and shareholders as part of Botswana Insurance Company. So to really give a view on the PMR Awards over the last period, we've been associated with PMR for the last 4 years. Dr. de Kock, we believe that PMR has a lot of credibility in the service award industry, and we really take their input and their awards very seriously, and it's always quite an honor for us to be recognized by PMR.
Brilliant. No, awesome. Personally, I've also had a very long friendship association with PMR, and I also appreciate the fact, that there's a consistency to the method in the measurement, and how it ultimately brings to the fore the companies that exceed, and that are excellent within their sectors. But what's interesting for me, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong here, and I just thought about it earlier, given your work in the insurance sector, and I looked at your profile, 30 years plus, it sounds to be experience in the financial sector, in the banking sector yourself, South Africa, and then, of course, later on in Botswana. Now, what I'm quite interested about is insurance is often seen in a way as a bellwether of an economy also, and what I find interesting about that is because you do the underwriting, you are plugged into, whether it's business or private activity. So as an insurance company, how do you see the prospects for Botswana, for example? I think that would be interesting to learn about.
It's for me, it's actually quite a good question you've asked, Dr. de Kock, because since I've been in Botswana, I've been 6 years, the country has been so welcoming. I think one thing you'll know about the Botswana nation is it's made up of a lot of beautiful people, and it's not just outward beauty, but inward beauty as well. And they take their country incredibly serious. You don't see one piece of litter around. You don't see one piece of vandalism. People really team collectively together to make the nation succeed. And even in the recent elections where you saw a new government coming in, the transition was done so peacefully. And that is the hallmark of the Botswana nation. They are so peaceful, so welcoming, and very supportive in terms of insurance. And yes, whilst in certain sectors the penetration may not be as much as it should be, people are absolutely respectful towards both the financial sector, the insurance sector, and in most cases, you don't have situations where you'll have, for argument's sake, the riots that flared up in South Africa in July. You just don't see things like that in Botswana. We have seen natural disasters like the flooding that took place last week. But everyone approached it in a very responsible way. And as insurers, we will be there to process the claims that come through.
Yes. No, brilliant. No, what I find interesting about that, is that Botswana, of course, a much celebrated country, in history in the region, and a very stable partner, of course, as well. So I think your perspective on the financial system, the banking system, the insurance system, would say a lot ultimately about dynamics in the economy, in the society, and so forth. But in terms of that picture, yourself, company, any because you are clearly celebrated not just through the PMR award, but I think just as in the industry in Botswana. Any unique new initiatives that you are thinking of, or activities that you plan to engage in coming months or years? It would be interesting to learn, where do you see as head of marketing sales of the company? I'm sure you would have a view of, what would you like to achieve from here, building on a basis of excellence.
Sure. So looking at where we've come from, so if you look at the last 5 years, Botswana Insurance Company has doubled the gross written premium. And of course, every year we've maintained a combined ratio of around 85 to 87%, which is phenomenal. And we've done that by being very deliberate around the way we underwrite, the targets which we service, our distribution partners that we're on board. So every single thing we do, it's not done by default. We're very deliberate about how we do things. We do things as a team. We've got a strong CEO called Newton Desire, and he's brought a lot of experience around the African market. So collectively as a team, we collaborate, and we're really strong. If you look at the executive team, as well as a broader team in BIC, we've got a good portfolio of skills and experience, and through that collaboration, we understand how to do business in Botswana. And of course, the key thing about doing business in Botswana is being respectful to your customers and putting your customers first, because at the end of the day, there's only a finite market of customers in Botswana, and everyone is precious. Every single customer we have, we're thankful for. We're thankful for their support, and every intermediary partner we work with, we're thankful for their support, and we ensure that our products and services that we deliver to them are of the very, very best, so that when they have to speak with their customers, they know that they can do it with confidence, and they know that we will honor the claims that come through to us as well. So the strength of our paper, our partners in terms of our insurance partners are excellent. So from that perspective, we're a really strong brand in Botswana.
That is awesome. I was listening carefully to while you were talking, and I'm thinking, if I've ever heard a very honest message about what you do, how you do it, and what your intention is as a company, I clearly and very definitely heard it. It's awesome to hear a person representing, especially somebody from the insurance world, the company in that way, because it is ultimately a customer-centric, should be a customer-centric business. Definitely, because people entrust with you in a way, strange way, their future. And I thought earlier also before the stream, I thought, look, it's a bit of a joke, but people sometimes see insurance a bit as a grudge purchase, like, oh man, I also have to do this, but, when you put it, I think in those terms, you definitely do the industry good. And I think you do your company a tremendous service in putting it that way. No, but thank you very much. And Botswana, of course, I think a much admired country in our region. And I think, people shouldn't think of Botswana just as the country you drive through sometimes when you go to Namibia. Not at all. It is a tremendous access point for business. I think very importantly, geography in our region with much more potential in terms of even just facilitating trade. And I think that's another area, another dimension of insurance in the financial sector that we constantly need to be pushing the boundaries, of making it easier for our businesses to trade across borders, to interact with each other, and to grow, because that's ultimately the point. Do you, maybe as a company, have any view on that? I know it's a bit of not a curveball, but I think an important issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you look at the economic sector, there's a lot of focus on diamonds and manufacturing and agriculture, but the tourism sector is absolutely incredible. If you just think of some of the destinations that are available, 4 hours drive away from Johannesburg, amazing. Kasane, in terms of the Chobe River, the Delta, Kubu Island, where you had the Top Gear special from Botswana. I mean, if you just remember those sort of clips and just the serenity and peacefulness. I mean, the security in Botswana is at a different level. You don't have to worry about the level of hijackings and things that you do in other countries. And the security forces in Botswana are incredibly professional and are amazing people. And I really invite any South African citizen to actually come and experience the warmth and the hospitality of Botswana, and to really see what a brilliant country can be in SADC. I just have loved and appreciated every moment that I've been in Botswana, and it's actually a privilege and an honor to actually spend time here.
That's a very high note to end our interview on, and I want to say, William, thank you very much. And also, I think we can send a note to the government of Botswana. You're a brilliant brand ambassador as well for the country. Definitely agreed. Definitely agreed. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thanks.